What's up, guys? On today's episode we are making banana bread. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Alright, but first we have to shout out to Kylie and her cute daughter Summer for making our homemade butter recipe. We'll put her picture right here. Alright guys, let's get started. So what we want to do is we want to mix our wet ingredients separate from our dry ingredients, and then we'll mix them in together. So for this recipe, you're going to need 4 bananas. The more brown the better. They may look rotten, but I promise you they're not. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to peel these and throw them into a bowl. Alright, now
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There's 4.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we also need a half a cup of melted butter. We put that right in there. Alright.
That's a dozen.
And then we also need 2 eggs that will go into the wet mix.
Oh, you want to take that one? I can take this one.
Easily.
Whoa! I'm not those distracting names.
Oh, can't put the shell in there. Alright.
No shells in there.
Be gentle. Alright, 2 eggs.
2
Going
eggs
in.
there.
Alright, and then we're also going to add just a dash of vanilla. No measurement, just
Oh my God.
eyeball it.
Eyeball.
That looks good. Just enough to give a little bit of a flavor. Alright, and now
We mix our mix.
we mash it up. Mash it real good. Start mixing that up a little bit.
Okay, I'll mix it up.
Make sure you mash it too. Can't have no big lumps or else it won't bake evenly, so make sure that it's mashed.
I'm a swan.
You may want to pull your sleeve up.
Yeah.
There you go. Alright, let's see. Alora, why don't you give that a little mash?
I smell something.
It does. Oh, easy. You're going to flip it. Alright, that looks good. So you're looking for that consistency. A couple little lumps here and there ain't going to be too bad. You just don't want like lumps the size of half of a banana in it.
Yeah.
Alright, now that the wet is done, we're going to set that aside.
Yeah.
And what we do next is the dry ingredients. So I've already measured out 2 cups of flour in this bowl. Just all purpose is fine. And then we are going to add 1 cup of sugar. Plain old white granulated sugar.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And then we need 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Gives it just a little bit of warmth. It works really well with that vanilla.
Steakhouse.
Kind of like the steakhouse butter, yeah.
Yeah.
And then just a half teaspoon of salt. Brings out everything that's sweet. And then we also need 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So I'm just going to use this half twice. There's 1.
Yes, I do it. Yes.
2. So that's 1 teaspoon.
Yeah.
Alright, and that's basically all of our ingredients. So now we're just going to mix the dry, incorporate that real well.
Ooh.
Would you like to?
Yeah, I like
Easily fold it in.
Oh.
Easily.
It smells good.
Here, let me do it. So don't go everywhere.
My nose is so itchy.
Alright, so that's what your dry is going to look like once it's mixed together. Now what we're going to do is, Oliver, you're gonna start mixing the wet slowly while we add in the dry. So you're gonna always add the dry to the wet a little bit at a time. So go ahead and mix that together. Okay, add a little bit more. You want to add it in stages so it doesn't end up one big clumped mess. And then once it's all mixed, stop. You don't want to over mix because then the bread will not rise very well and it'll be very dry and like dense. You want it to be light and airy. So just like brownie mix or pancake batter, don't over mix it. It's okay if there's going to be a few lumps. All right, pass it to Alora, let her mix for a few. And I've already got the oven preheated to 350. We're going to use our 8.5 by 5 pan. And we are going to spray it with nonstick cooking spray. Just canola oil is fine. Vegetable oil, whatever you have on hand. So I prefer the metal loaf pans versus the glass. They just seem to come out easier with the spray. Spray it liberally too. We don't want our bread to stick because as soon as it comes out of the oven, we're gonna flip it out. All right, let me see. Get this all mixed in. We're gonna add our little last bit there. And it's gonna look thick, but don't worry.
Teeny tiny fit. Now it's tall.
All right, it's incorporated. We're not gonna mess with it any more than that. Now at this stage, you could add chocolate chips or maybe some pecans. That'd be good too. But we're just gonna leave this plain old banana bread today.
Yeah.
So we're gonna put it in the oven at 350 degrees for 50 to 60 minutes. It just depends on how your oven works. So let's get all this off here. Don't waste anything. Use everything to the last drop. So we got our pan. We sprayed it.
No, hold it.
Sit back.
Okay.
We're gonna pour this in. See, it is very, very thick, but that's okay. That's how we want it. And it may look lumpy, that's fine too. It's just those little pieces of banana. All right. So we're just gonna scoop this in. Make sure you get every little bit out of your bowl. We don't want to waste. Smooth it out on the top.
Does that turn
It does look good, but it's going to be even better when it's done.
Yeah.
Scoop that little last bit off there. Now I like to put just a little sprinkle of cinnamon on top so it gives it some nice color when it comes out of the oven.
Ooh, that's wet. Kind of wet. Orange.
All right, now we're going to take it to the oven.
Ow, can't wait.
All right, guys, we're going to put it in the oven. There's one last look at it. All right, let's go. We'll clean up our mess. All right, so like I said, the oven is at 350, and that is going to be for 1 hour, 60 minutes. All right, let's center it up a bit. There we go. So we're just going to set it, forget it, set our timer. I'll set it for 50 minutes. I want to check it. And there we go. We will be back in 50 minutes to check it.
1 hour later.
Alright guys, we're going to pull the bread back out. I actually had to slide it in for a few more minutes because I stuck a knife in it and it was still kind of doughy. So now we're going to try it again. And now it's done. As long as your knife or skewer, whatever, comes out clean, it is definitely done. So there it is. We're going to let it cool for maybe a couple minutes and then we're going to turn it over onto a plate, cut a slice, and try it with homemade butter. Alright guys, Willow could not wait to have a bite, so here's what it looks like finished. Now, would you guys like a bite?
Yeah.
Always make sure you have a parent cut, because I'm using a big serrated knife. Always have your parents help you. We're just going to use one slice and split it between you guys, okay? That's what it looks like.
Cut it in half.
Cut it in half. Here, Laura. Scoot your plate up here so I can butter it. We're going to use some homemade. How is it, Willow? Is it good? Yeah? Poor baby. She took a spill yesterday. Look at the rash on her face.
Yeah.
She approves.
Your nose is well, your nose is really good up.
There you go.
Oh, do I taste it with my hand?
Sure, just pick it up. You may want to blow on it. It's kind of warm.
Yvonne
Yeah, blow.
No.
You got the same thing. Here you go. All right, taste it and let me know what you think.
Okay, I'm gonna taste it. That's far enough.
She'd like a kiss. Look at that dirty face. Oh, poor baby.
Want a kiss?
I know, she got a
Let
boo-boo
me
on her
try
nose
this.
from falling.
Try this piece.
From the steps outside.
Yeah, poor baby. She'll be better. Taste. Let me know what you think. Tastes good?
Try apple and it's so
That is good, ain't it?
Tastes good? So it was a good deal then? Maybe next time we'll add some chocolate chips in it.
I did this at 200.
You give it a 200?
I did it at down 100.
100? That's good enough for me.
That's better than Bob Evans banana nut bread.
Really? Well, this is just banana bread. We didn't put no nuts, but some of those caramelized pecans would be good in it too. That good, huh?
I want to shove this down my phone.
Alright guys, did you enjoy making this?
Yeah.
Alright, well, say we'll see you in the next video. We'll probably make some banana pudding. How's that sound?
Done.
Good? Alright, rock on.
What on?